So today is all about giving. It's all about it's all about giving back to the communities that support you, but it's also all about the things that are important to me. So the things that are important to me in my life is mental. I think mental health is really important to everyone, but for me especially, I really want to. The community that we've built is the reason why mental health is so important, and every single person in here is an attribute to that, including this guy. The next guy, so we're getting on for today, is Rotorcraft. He's going to tell you he'll tell you a little bit about himself, but he's also a streamer. He's from the US. He's one of the nicest people I've ever met. He does a lot for charity. This charity streams today is sort of dedicated to what he does because I saw what he does and I was inspired by it. When I first went to his stream through Excess of Hate, James, I had a really good time in his stream and I really enjoyed watching what he was all about. I subbed pretty much straight away, and then I gifted subs to every single person in the community who I thought was, benefit from it. And all of those people have then gone back and hung out with him as well. So I see you guys in his chat all the time now, which is really cool. So his community is my community, and my community is his community. And I think that's a very important thing to have on Twitch, is have those connections with people. So I'm going to head over. We're going to have a chat about everything. Everything is about everything about his streams and what support is all about. So, if you guys, could we get a little bit of hype in the chat for our first guest today on the charity stream, Rotorcraft? Let's fucking go.
Rotorcraft. All right, I'm muting him on
All
his
right.
stream.
Hello.
I see him popping out. What's up?
I'm coming.
Rugged, no worries. I hear you. I just don't see you.
You won't see me, I don't think, because my camera is obviously for stream. So, but you will.
There
hear
it
me.
is. I see it.
Yeah, there we go.
Very nice.
All right, bro. How are you today?
Dude, I am great. Oh, I didn't realize I had my scene all set up so I could show your face as well, but that's not gonna work that way.
No, that's all good, dude. That's all good. I'm just gonna move
because you had
this
this.
chat
You had the
box.
same thing of like you can't use the same camera for Discord and for OBS.
Yeah,
I'm
I
assuming.
have two cameras, right? But
Yep.
the problem is that one of them is just like not working very well. I don't understand. Like I have two cameras exactly the same. One is old,
Yeah.
one is new, and the new one isn't working. So I don't
Oh no.
it's I bought the exact same one from the exact same place. They're not expensive, right? They're only like 60, 70 bucks each. But I was thinking perfect is going to work. I'll set up everything the same. And then every like 10 minutes or so, this one just cuts out and just turns off for no reason. I have no idea why.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's like something wrong with the cable or something maybe, or just like the connection seems dodgy in the PC. But I don't know.
Yeah.
It's very frustrating. But it is what it is.
That's a bummer.
Yeah. Anyway,
We
so
got you now though.
for those people who don't know you, do you want to let everyone know who you are, what you're all about, where you're from, and how you why you stream? Give us the lowdown.
Sure. So where I'm from kind of originally, I'm from the Texas area. I'm about an hour south of Houston. That's where I've grown up since like first grade. I love the heat. I love being down south usually. So I'm assuming Australia's got some heat as well. That's what I grew up in, what I love. Growing up a huge soccer player, got into gaming as well. It was always a hobby of mine. So kind of seeing that direction, that path of gaming starting really early. And eventually went to school, just kind of quick what my life is. Joined the Air Force, became a helicopter pilot, and got married to my beautiful wife, Amy. Ended up here we're currently in Washington State is where we are. And love the job, love getting to do what I do, love a job that is focused on serving others, and obviously flying is super incredible. So love every moment of that. Streaming is relatively new. Only since about January is when we took the stream and started making it a intentional growth, intentional community, as opposed to just hitting live, when you play. And that's when we start first coming up with this idea of, hey, let's give all our subscription profits to a different charity of the month, and we support a different charity. What we get to do is take all of our subscription profits, which is $2.50, as you know.
Mm-hmm.
We donate that back into the charity of the month, and then we have partners. I've actually had their sweatshirt on, Sugarcane and Shepherd Desserts. They're a bakery in North Carolina, and they've also partnered with us to donate another dollar per subscription. So that's like the biggest part of our channel is I have some competitive gameplay. I'm not like an elite gamer or anything.
Yeah.
I'm not the most entertaining person, but people tend to love what we do. Our mission of trying to get just, I don't know, it's a fun, positive community that we're focused on helping others, and it's a really good time.
I get that, dude. And like that's sort of what we're all about here too. Like the community we've created here is very similar. That's why I really vibed with your community, because it reflected my own. So like the way that all of you support each other and also support the cause that you're heading towards, that inspired me. And I'm like, oh, I want to do a charity stream like that. Like that's cool. I like that. I like the concept, and it's really like it's a vibe, dude. Like, and with my community as well, the way we run it here is that everyone supports each other. Like every time someone either like hosts the stream, raids the stream, gifts anything, they always get a shout out, and every single person in here is following each other. So like we just built a community around all the people that support this one. So it's like and you see me, like I'll literally have like 8 or 9 tabs open at the same time watching all of you on every stream, and I'll try and be coordinating. Not even lurking, bro. I'll have 8 of them with sound on. All right. And I'll be trying to talk to everyone at the same time. That's how because I want to make sure I can get to everyone. And like, it's so difficult, but I try so hard. Like I could literally go through nearly 50 streams a day, just trying to like talk to everyone, And
that's
like,
incredible.
Because it has to, like, if someone comes in here, and no matter whether they have 1 viewer or 100,000 viewers, you need to try and go in there and talk to them. Like, because, they made the effort to come to you. So why shouldn't you make the effort to go to them? That's
No, it totally makes sense.
I mean, I hope that it doesn't get so big I can't, but I would like to be able to, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's one thing I was super impressed with your community from the very beginning. Like you popped in the chat, and like you talked about just before the stream, almost immediately subbed. You liked what we did, and not only that's one thing. I've seen people do that, but almost immediately you went to your Discord and said, "Hey guys, I just found this new dude. He seems like he's got a great mission. Let's go show him some love." Dude, immediately like 10, 15 people showed up. I was like, what is this community that just like that there to support? So I saw that from the beginning, and I love that about you guys.
The Discord is insane, dude. The Discord is insane. Like every single time I post something in the Discord, an instant reaction, like instant. Like there's always someone online. And like we've got like 230 people in the Discord now. So it's like it's getting to the point where it's getting pretty big. And it's even more fun. So I'm just creating new channels every day for people who want like different things, like whether it be gameplay or whatever it might be. Honestly, fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking in here, you've got all kinds of gaming channels. You've got pop culture. You've got cars. You've got pets.
Oh yeah.
To look through some of those.
Yeah, dude, it's so good. I don't know. It's just what it is like it's just every single person has something they like, and every single person likes something different. So you need to like try and cater for everyone. But I don't like. I know what I like. But I like, and I can put the stuff in that I like, but I need everyone to contribute, and they do, which is why it's so successful. So we can just keep adding shit and adding more and more and more. It's great. Chris Champion's in the chat. Let's go, Chris. Ronan wants to know, what kind of helicopter do you fly?
I fly the UH-1N Huey. So if you're familiar with the old helicopters from the 60s, like Vietnam era, I pretty much fly the exact same thing. There's very minor upgrades. They're actually the exact same frames that the Army flew in the 60s. You look on the little plate right on the door that shows like when the actual frame was built. They're from the 60s. It's absolutely insane. There's been lots of upgrades to like the actual components, the tail rotor, the main rotor, the skin of the aircraft that keeps together, and all of that. But we're one of the only aircraft that still, in Air Force wise, still operates on steam gauges. Like we have one updated GPS that's like our newest equipment. It's from like 2000. So
Jesus.
I like to say that it develops true pilots because there's no auto hover, there's no auto hold position or autopilot for approaches. It's all you. It's you and
It's
the
just like
controls and
it's
what
just
you
like
can make
cars,
happen.
eh?
So
It's just like cars. Like, with cars and automated like lane assist, like automated park
uh-huh.
assist, all this kind of stuff, it's making worse drivers. Like, do you know what I
Right.
mean? Like, because
Yeah.
there's not a lot of skills involved if the car can park itself. But now people are like trying to do parallel reverse parking these days, and they just can't do it because they just press a button these
Right.
days. But you know what? You did an all analog, bro. That's sick. I love that. That's it's like because in my trade, like I'm a mechanic by trade, right? And I fix cars
Okay.
for a living. So like
Yeah.
if you have an old car in front of you and you go, okay, I can fix this, no worries, with the limited amount of tools, then you're a real mechanic,
Hmm.
right? But if you come up with a car that has like the most ridiculous amount of electronics and you just look at it and you go, I don't know, like, do you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it's not a car anymore. It's a giant computer with wheels. Like it just gets
Let me get
crazy, dude.
my pup up here in the. Oh goodness. Usually I
Oh,
have a
big
puppy
boy,
cam, but this is one of our two pups. This is Sheriff. She loves
Sheriff.
getting attention here. I have a
She's
puppy cam
beautiful.
for him. It's hard to get her in the Discord view, but hi
Yeah,
pups.
Bobby Ray. Thank you
But
for
we
that
we have
follow, by
two
the
big
way. I
old
appreciate it. Yeah, yeah. Go on.
two big old pups, 100 pounds each. Bernese Mountain Dogs, absolutely sweetest breed you've ever met.
Burmese mountain dogs.
But
Wow.
huge and so much hair.
Oh
Such a
yeah,
ridiculous amount of hair.
dude. Like new vacuum cleaner every week, or like.
Well, like every couple days before it gets
Yeah.
insane.
That's so good. That's so good. Oh yeah. With
Heck yeah.
your job, bro. Like, how did you
Mhm.
how did you get into that? Like, what inspired you to go and
Mhm.
do that?
So, it's kind of decision when you're going into college because I don't know how your military works, but you can go two different routes. You can enlist,
Mm-hmm.
or you can go the officer route. The officer route, you either go to college first and go through ROTC, or what I did is I went through the Air Force Academy in Colorado Springs. I decided to go that route, and I was blessed enough to be a really good test taker to get in. There's a really good chance at a pilot slot. So Air Force had always been something kind of in my mind because, like I said, I just love the idea of having a job that serves others. Just very rewarding. And then once I got that idea of pilot as an opportunity to do that along with that job, that's just what I was going for.
Hmm.
Full steam ahead. And if you are lucky enough to get into the academy, you have a really, really, really high percentage chance of getting a pilot slot, regardless of how you do once you're there. So that's what drove me
Hmm.
to flying in general. And once I went to initial pilot training, you start out in an aircraft called the T6. It's a fixed wing turboprop plane. Super cool aircraft, super maneuverable, super powerful. I was really, really convinced I wanted to go fighter jets.
All right.
I was on a
Yeah.
skydiving team prior, so like I love adrenaline. I love just doing super exciting things. It
You just
sounded
wanted
really
to, you just
cool.
wanted to be Maverick.
Yes, exactly. Like you see Top Gun, every little kid's dream of doing all the dogfights and everything.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, I was convinced up until about 2 months before we put in our preferences. That's what I wanted to do. Uh, thank goodness that two different groups came to brief us while we were there at pilot training. One was an F-16 crew, so fighter jet crew, and they briefed us how many hours and hours they brief before and after their 1.5 hour flight. They deploy a lot, they're gone a lot. It just did not seem like the daily life I wanted or the situation I wanted to put my family in. A helicopter crew came and briefed me on what Hueys look like. I was like, hey, that seems awesome. That we get to fly low level everywhere. We don't deploy near as often, so I'm able to support my family. Won't be moving future family around near as often.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so directing my life towards service, but at the same time, driving it where I can to support family was super important to me.
Yeah.
So that's one big reason that drove me to the Huey specifically is the family life and what that looks like as a career.
Yeah, nice, dude. Well, that's
Mm.
inspiring to most because like a lot of people they don't really know what they want to do like when they leave school or
Right.
when they're in high school. Like I had no idea, bro. Like I honestly I finished my high school. I graduated. I got really good marks in high school because I was just an absolute bookworm. And
Yeah.
like I did a lot of like history subjects, like English subjects, a lot of literacy stuff, right? Which
Sure.
was really my thing. Like mathematics is just not my thing. Sciences I struggle with, but when it comes to history and English, I killed it. But taking all that, and I was
Right.
like, I went to we have university, which is our college, right? And I had a
Okay.
really good remark, and I was like, I wonder what I'm gonna do. Like, didn't really know, had no idea. I went to information days, looked around, and so I decided to start doing registered nursing. So like, I actually
Oh, nice.
went into nursing, and I did a year of that. But
You
after
said
I did
resident nurse, right?
so
Resident nursing, you said?
registered nursing. So
Registered. Okay, okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah. So registered nursing, there's registered nursing, and I believe there's like a separate condition which is like not as recognized, like for, you can't move up as much. It's like assistant nursing, right?
Sure.
So basically I went into this and I did a year of that. It was a 3-year degree, but I did a year of it. And then after the year I did placement. And after the placement, I was like, I'm not doing this as a career because it was like, it was just so
No.
incredibly hectic. Like I honestly just like, it's for me, it was the smells. I just couldn't deal with the smells of the job. I really struggled
Okay.
with it.
Hmm.
And I thought, was just like, look, I'm not gonna get paid like $50,000 a year or whatever it is to do this job. Like, it's just like it seems like it's just too much for me. And my
Sure.
other passion as a kid and growing up and all this stuff was always cars. And so when
Hmm.
I just pulled out of uni and I was like, okay, what am I gonna do? I actually went into trades and services, and I walked into Volkswagen. I just walked in without anything. I just walked into Volkswagen and I said, I would really like to become a mechanic. Where do I start? And then the guy was just like,
No way.
I talked to him for like 10 minutes, the service manager, and he was like, you can have a job tomorrow. And I was like, all right, sweet. And so I started there, and then I've been a mechanic for like 13 years. So
That's
like,
incredible.
but it's like I was working with Volkswagen for like 4 years. Then I moved to Audi,
Hmm.
and I worked for Audi as an engine management specialist. So like I was the person
Hmm.
that disassembled and reassembled all their engines, and I was with
Gotcha.
that for like ever. And now the last 4 years I've had my own business, so I've been doing my own thing. So it was like it's one of those things that it's like you just keep going up and up and up, and there's no way looking back. You never go back to the
Sure.
job, like like you don't change oil and then go to engines and then go back to changing oil. Like you just keep going
Right.
up and up as far as you can. And but it's so crazy. The reason I mention this is because before I went down to Volkswagen, I'd applied to do the helicopters in the Australian Army. So
Oh, no way.
so that's the great. I'd applied for that, and I hadn't gone through with it yet. And
Right.
then Volkswagen offered me the job, and I end up, instead of going to do the helicopters and stuff, and because they still run on a combustion engine, I decided to
Right.
go back to cars instead. So that's
Uh,
because it was a really solid job. It paid really well. That's why I thought about it for a long time. But I was like, you know what? I'd rather just start and get a trade properly. So,
yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
but yeah, it's kind of cool though. Um,
Heck yeah.
yeah, I mean, look, and have you got a passion for cars as well, or are you just the choppers for you?
Just the helicopter, and I'm not even like a helicopter fanatic. I can tell you
Yeah.
about mine. I can't tell you the first thing about another one. Um, so like I'm vaguely familiar with the other two Air Force rotorcraft that we have, because you've got the HH-60,
Hmm.
which is a bigger articulated system, pretty beefy helicopter, which is really cool. And there's also the Osprey. I don't know if you're familiar with the Osprey, but it's the plane slash
Yeah,
helicopter. It's got
I've
two
seen
big
it.
old
Yeah, yeah,
blades.
yeah.
Yeah.
Very
So those are the
cool.
other two options we have Air Force wise, but I can't tell you hardly anything about those.
Yeah, 100%. Oh, Glatz, your emote looks fantastic, dude. Glatz only just became affiliated, so he's now got his own emotes.
Nice.
So he's pretty excited about it. So he's just
Nice. I see that emote.
throw him in. Thanks, bro. I appreciate that. It's really cool. Nice one, dude. So what the other thing I wanted to go like, so can you explain to us a little bit more about the charity side of things when it comes to your
Yeah.
stream? So how did you come to do that? And like, obviously you have the support of the chefs, as you said.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit more about them, because I've seen them in your streams. with the donations and stuff. They go nuts, right?
They're
Like
incredible.
and
They're
I love
incredible, dude.
it's so nice to see, but at the same time, like, oh, that's insane, like, because they know it's going
Yeah.
towards a good cause, right? So that's why
Yes,
they
absolutely.
donate so much money. But like, it's such a vibe to have that kind of
Yeah.
support, no matter who it comes from. So tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so I'll back it up to hello pups. Why we started streaming. So I had a buddy that worked on oil rigs, and he would be gone for usually a week out of the month. He would have no access to his gaming and everything, but he still had good enough internet connection to like watch Twitch or something. So I started just hitting live. I did that for like a year and a half, just hitting live on my PlayStation, just as a way to stream. And he'd join in, be able to, still be part of the boys every week when he
Yeah.
was gone. I really loved that. Not until probably the end of last year to the beginning of this year is when we, like I said, started trying to grow it, and we came up with this idea of, hey, we're blessed enough to have a great job that supports both of us. Um, I don't need this profit. Why don't we do something really cool with this and change other lives with what we can do? So starting in January, that's when we started saying, hey, full subscription profits back into the charity of the month. Um, did that for a couple months, had some really good first months, like $200-300, which blew my mind at the time. Absolutely
Yeah.
blew my mind. Super blessed to have that. Then the fateful day. Are you familiar with David Dobrik?
No, but I have heard you talk about him.
Yeah,
So
huge,
I'm not
huge
actually sure who
YouTuber,
he is though. Oh, okay, right, right.
giant YouTuber, and had a Twitch at one point as well. I'm not sure if he does at the moment, but we got a raid from him.
Mm-hmm.
Thousands of people on the stream, and got to explain, what we do to all of them. Just a super fun time. We have like a million VIP slots right now because it's based on active chatters, and we had a lot of
Yeah,
active chatters during that raid.
yeah, dude.
That's when we met the chefs. So it's actually kind of funny. People like are always hoping for a giant raid, thinks it's going to change their lives. It really doesn't. You have a big viewership, you'll gain quite a few followers, and we had about 5 people from thousands of people that
Stuck
stuck
around.
around, latched onto our community,
Yeah.
and the chefs were one of those. Specifically, Mr. Chef.
Mm-hmm.
Mrs. Chef was not introduced yet. So that's when we started. He loved what we do. The full profits back in the charity of the month. Um, they really loved the feel of our community. I keep it super positive. During all the streams, I don't try to police what my buddies do, but we have things like wholesome Wednesdays where we try to change their death comms and such.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I get you.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's been a ton of fun to do. And then Miss Chef was introduced about a month later. He's like, "Hey, look at what this guy's doing." Brought her into the chat as well. And after probably about a month or so of just them always being in the stream, us getting to chat, us getting to talk, they were like, "Hey, this guy's legit. I want to be a part of what you do." And the way they started was matching that dollar per subscription.
Yeah.
Um, that helps a ton. My ultimate goal is to have the full $5 subscription or more matched to the charity of the month. That would be my ultimate goal.
Yeah.
When I eventually find more partners as we grow, that's what I want to do. But man, they have been such a blessing to us. I can't even explain, because not only do they match that dollar, they gift a ton of subscriptions because they know that subscription, that majority of it is going back to the charity of the month. And it
Yeah.
also really does support our channel. It introduces people to the channel that have never been here, and they actually have a subscription. We have far more subscriptions in our channel than we do viewers. Like
Yeah. Crazy.
that just blows my mind. But it's because like people know the best way to support both the channel and charity is those gifted subs. And so we have a ton in the stream. People come in and they're like, "Wait a minute, I've never even clicked on your channel and have a subscription." So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I get that
it's
sometimes
real
too.
goofy. Yeah, I don't know how that algorithm works. Sometimes it seems like the person that's been in your stream every night didn't get the gifted sub, and
But the
I
person
don't
that
know.
like came in on a raid and then just lurked and then didn't say anything,
Yeah,
but also they get it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know
yeah.
actually. It's
So
interesting.
not all, because they already don't do enough, they decided to do something else too. Our first battle royale win of the day, they take the number of kills and then a multiplier of the number of damage you do, and gift that many more subs a day. It's insane.
That's crazy.
So that's where a lot of those gifted subs come from now. It's the battle royale challenge. It used to be the Warzone challenge, but now we switched to Apex and all. So
Fucking hell, that's
it's the battle
crazy.
royale challenge now.
That's so nice though.
Yeah, yeah. And their bakery is incredible. They have these things called cinnamon roll blondies. Do you know what a blondie is? Are you familiar with that?
Not that term. I think it's probably called something else for us.
So it's a mix of like a brownie and a cookie in a brownie form.
Okay.
I think I think that's the best explanation I can really give.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
then you
yeah.
take that and make it cinnamon roll flavored, and oh, it's just the best thing ever. I love ordering stuff from them.
That sounds
And the
amazing.
most recent thing they've done, Miss Chef just messaged me like 2 days ago and said, "Hey, we have like partnership points we get when people use our code and when they order.
Yeah.
Once we reach a certain goal of those points, they're gonna donate $1,000 to the charity of the month. We're only like 10 orders away. 10
Wow.
orders away of someone using our code or our link, and literally $1,000 going to the charity of the month. So the charity we're currently supporting, New Horizons, I got an email from them and I said, guys, we literally have $1,000 at hand. If you just tell some of your people to get some orders in, that can be to you guys this month. So
Yeah, wow.
they're like, oh my goodness, we'll take note of that.
That's really nice. And like the fact, how do you go about picking the charities that you select? Like, is it a
Yeah.
chat based thing, or do you
So
pick them yourself?
this one was a suggestion. The biggest thing that has to happen, I use a program called Tiltify.
Right.
I don't take donations and then give them to the charity. I think that can be kind of sketchy for a streamer to do. I don't ever want there to be question about, if is the money actually getting put to charity. So this Tiltify program actually connects with your Twitch, and I can show live on screen what our current donation is. I can show the alerts when people donate, or how I do it on my stream when a sub train starts. As soon as that ends, and I'm not like super active in game, I
Hmm.
multiply that sub train by 3.5 and immediately go do the charity donation. It pops up on screen. It immediately goes to charity.
Hmm.
It's never in my hands.
Yeah, I've seen you do
Um,
that.
yeah. So picking the charity, I'm a big fan of supporting people.
Mm.
Um, if that makes sense. Like I haven't done any solely like animal shelter charities or um, I don't know. We love supporting kids as well. So New Horizons is a trauma center for kids that have been abused, and it's also in adoption home.
Okay.
So they're down in Texas. I think they're down. Yeah, they're down in Texas. We're supporting them this month, and it's been so cool. We've supported everything from like Red Cross,
Hmm.
super huge, where
Yep.
those what we do makes a big difference, all the way to these tiny, tiny little places that $1,000 means so much to them.
Yeah.
Miss Chef has a heart for pets,
Oh,
for
of course.
animals,
Yep.
and so she asked if we could do a charity for animals one time, and I was like, "Ugh, if I have money in my hand and I can
Yeah.
give it to people or animals, it's gonna go to people. That's just my heart.
Yeah,
I
I
have no
understand
problem
that.
with animal charities and everything, but I came up with a really cool solution. So it was Military Appreciation Month.
Yep.
I found an organization that was on Tiltify, um, that raised and trained rescue dogs to become service dogs for military veterans. I was
Oh,
like,
nice.
boom, like both of them together.
Perfect.
That's the perfect combination. And so that's how we've been able to support different types of things. Is finding charities that kind of support multiple directions. And we've done over $1,500 the past 5 months, and
That's
some of
crazy.
those months being even more. So freaking cool, dude.
Dude, like it's just such a vibe. Like honestly, like every time I come into your stream, it's a vibe to me because it makes me feel good, like what you're doing. Like
Yeah,
because I'm like I'm
absolutely.
a part of it. Like it's really nice, and that's the
It
way half the reason why we're
yes.
doing this today. Like because you inspired like this community, man. Like and you know what, it's it's people like the chefs in the world that are going to make the big difference. Like
Hmm.
not everyone can give money to things like this. Not everyone has
Right.
has the money. Not everyone even has enough money to live. But
Hmm.
then the crazy part about it is the people that can give the money. Some of them do, some of them don't. But the people that do, like they're making a big difference to other people's lives who
Yeah.
can't afford it. Like it's it's a nice thing to have. It is. It is very
It,
nice.
that's the wild thing too. And it's like I try to explain every time someone comes in, it's like I am by me explaining this, I'm not trying to ask you to subscribe. I'm saying like people appreciate that's what we do as part of the channel, and that's how you can support the charity of the month. But it was this strange switch at one point. I didn't care about growth for the longest time. Like I said, I was doing it for my buddy to be a part of our gaming weeks. And once we actually started making a difference, making actual an impact towards these charities, I was like, man, like I kind of want to put more of my time, more of my effort, more of my funds into growing this, because only at a 7 average viewer stream, we're doing $1,500 a month. And I can't stress enough how much the chefs have a part of that.
Yeah, of course.
But it just became like a much more of a passion once that became such a big part of the stream, is because I don't care about the growth itself, but more growth means more impact that we can have to these charities. So like It's this strange feeling of like wanting to grow now that I really haven't had that passion beforehand that really ignited.
Yeah, exactly. Or like that's the same with this community. Like this community's grown a lot in the last sort of like 3-4 months. So like I've been trying to actively like connect people together and grow this community as much as possible, so that we can have like an impact on Twitch. So like we can actually take our viewers and go and like show someone else some love as well. So like if you've I don't know whether you've ever tuned in, but sometimes I'll just do like silent raids on people. So like if we have enough people in the chat, say we have like 30 or 40 of us in here, and we're all active in the chat and having a laugh, I basically take every single one of my viewers and I put someone else on the screen, and then I send them all to that person's chat. And basically every single person in the chat goes to their chat and then just throws emotes and just like follows and spams them to the point where they're just am I being follow botted? Like, you know what I mean? Like, and it just and it's all it is it'll be like 40 other people in their chat. So they might have like 3 people in their chat, right? And all of a sudden they have 43 people.
Buddy.
And then it's just people.
Silent raids. I'm tracking now. So you haven't actually raided them.
I'm still live. So I'm just leading the charge. Do you know what I mean? And then what I was doing, we do it like a community night on Saturday nights, where like we will play. Have you ever played marbles on stream?
Yeah, I haven't done it on my stream, but I've been a part of several others.
So we play
their marble streams.
We play like a 10-round Grand Prix of marbles, right? And basically what I say is everyone in the chat jumps in, like they type in play, they all play. Whoever wins the Grand Prix can pick a channel that we can go and do that to. Right, so at the end of that, whoever wins, they go, okay, let's go over and like show this person some love. And so what I say is I hold everyone in the chat and I say, give me a sec. So I type in their chat and I say hello. I suss out what they're all about, see if they're humble, and then I send every single person in my chat to their chat. We spam them, we follow them, and then we start hype trains. We just throw everything we can at this person to give them the love and support. And you know what? Then their community becomes our community as well. So it's what it is. It's like it's really cool to be able to do that. Do you know what I mean? Like I tend to gift a lot of subscriptions because I like to support people who support me. Like just last month, I gifted 400 subscriptions by myself because I just literally wanted to like. Goodness. I just wanted people to like feel special. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like and so every single sub that I get here. I literally give back to everyone in my community. So I don't really take any money out of the Twitch. I just give it back to everyone else. And I just literally because I just want to grow it. I just want to grow it as big as possible. So one day we can just have like 100 people in here, and I'm going to send 100 people to someone who has 3 viewers and see what happens. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
not even an official raid, just all of a sudden all these people popping in.
I honestly just get a kick out of putting a smile on someone's face. Like, that's all it is. That's all it is. And you know what? The reason it's so important to me, and the mental health side of things, is because some people are really struggling, and playing Warzone to 1 viewer is fucking depressing. so it's like, look, I've been there, man.
I feel it.
Do you know what I mean? Like when you're live on Twitch and you're playing Warzone, or you're doing whatever you're doing,
and still got those nights.
And there's one person watching, and it might be like you or your dad or something. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just kind of like
I just pan the camera over.
There's no chat. Like the chat isn't moving. The chat isn't moving. There's no one talking to you. You just kind of like, and then some people are like, why am I doing this? Like, why am I doing this? Like, why is this worth doing? And then what happens is 100 people from my stream go into their stream and then hype them up. And they're like, this is why I'm doing it.
Heck yeah.
You know, and all of a sudden they might have been having a terrible day. They might have been having some really horrible thoughts. They might have been having a really hard time in their life. Like, it might be like a tough period for them. And that one act of kindness might be the thing that saves their life. So that's why it's so important that we can do that, because and to have the power to do that, that's fucking what it's all about, dude. Man, that's why I do it. I get a kick out of putting smiles on other people's faces. It's just like,
you are so good at connecting people, dude. It's like unmatched from anyone I've ever met.
Yeah, dude. It's just I have too much energy, bro. I need to just like let it out. You know what I mean? Like,
share it with as many people as you can to not explode.
I know. It's just like I honestly like for me, I do a million things at once, and that's why I'm always running late. Like, and that's why I'm always like a bit all over the place, because like I'm trying to do everything all at the same time, because I can't like my brain is crazy. I have no chill. Like I just have to keep doing things all the time. Like I keep learning things, and I keep like pushing myself to do different like things in this sphere that we're in right now. It's just like, honestly, it's just like I get a kick out of it though. It's a challenge. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly. So that's what it's all about.
Super freaking cool.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you again a little bit of a random question, but how did you meet your lovely wife? She seems so nice.
She is incredible, and a lot of times we do our streams together.
Yeah, same.
We for a while stuck with the games that you could do on the same system, because we just had the PlayStation 4. And so there's not many great co-op games anymore that are on the same screen. I don't know why they do that, but I'll back up and answer your question first. So when I went down to Laughlin Air Force Base in Texas for that initial pilot training I was talking about, where we fly the T6 plane.
Yep.
As soon as I got there, I was searching for a church. My faith is a huge part of my life, and looking for a church that I could be a part of there. And normally, if I like am trying out a church for the first time, I go in to their like worship service and hear the pastor preach and everything. Just kind of see what the community is, how they work well together. And for some weird reason, I decided, hey, I'm gonna go to their I call it Sunday school, but it's basically just like a Bible study before the service. And Amy was actually the very first person that walked in to that Bible study. So I don't know what led me to go to that Bible study, but I'm blessed I did, that she walked in, and I got to meet her for the first time. Nothing happened that day or anything, but after a few weeks of getting to talk to her, she worked at the local state park, which is why she was down there at Laughlin. I went off to an additional training. It was a temporary training, about 2 months long, in Colorado. And when we were there, we were messaging back and forth, just still keeping up. Got to talk a lot. And when I came back from that training, the first day back, super nervously, I talked to her after church out in the parking lot. We talked for probably like 20, 30 minutes. Everyone else was gone. And I said, hey, you want to go out to dinner tomorrow night? She said, yeah, absolutely. And she was super excited too. I felt really bad that's this next night. I can't make this up. I was ready to go pick her up, take her to a nice steakhouse so we could go and just chat it up, meet each other, talk about life, catch up on the past like 2 months of conversations we had through like texting and everything, and actually have the conversations.
Yeah.
I was on my way to pick her up, and our base had a massive recall, which just means we have to all report within the next hour to our and this big meeting, and I have a meeting about what was going on base. It's like super. It doesn't happen very often. It was really random, and I was literally on my way to pick her up, and I had to text her on my way once I got back. On my way back, but once I got back, and I said, I'm so sorry. I promise I'm not bailing on you. I don't know how long this is gonna take. I promise I'm still down for dinner tonight if you want to do that. Otherwise, it's good to wait till tomorrow. I just felt like, hey, let's go to date, and then I'm like, it looked like I had cold feet or something. It's like, no, we're gonna go. But she waited for me. We had a really late night. She's not a late night bird, but she still decided to stay up, and that's how we first met.
Awesome. That's such a
Knew
nice
each
story.
other for yeah, just for about a year, and then decided to get engaged. And about 3 months later, we got married. She moved with me once we got married because I had moved to Fort Rucker, Alabama, which is where you start helicopter training. So that's when we got married. She got to join me up there, and then I've been taking her around with me where the Air Force takes us.
Dude, that's amazing. That is amazing.
Yeah,
That's such.
it's super awesome.
It's nice. I mean, like everyone has a story, I guess, and then that's probably one of the nicest ones I've ever heard, to be honest. That's so great. And you know, it's the reason you're at that Bible study is just fate, bro.
Uh-huh.
It's just fate because that's the way it
Yeah,
works.
absolutely.
It's crazy though. The world works in mysterious ways. It really does. And things that happen, you kind of
Uh-huh.
like, if that didn't happen, then that wouldn't have happened, and that wouldn't have happened. And sometimes it just all falls into place because it's supposed to. And at other times, it's not supposed to, so it doesn't. It's really, you just got to accept what happens in your life and just continue on, you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I do tell her, like, she's like, well, what if you hadn't come to that church? And I tell her that no matter what path ended up taking, we would have ended up together. Like,
Yeah.
Lord had a plan. There's nothing stopping that.
Exactly.
she,
Always.
she'll play that game of like, oh, what if you had gone to Columbus? I was like, I don't know. We would have met when I was um down for a break. I don't know. I'll make up some story.
That's what I mean. That's lovely, isn't it? Just
It's
quickly,
awesome.
Dadbot, thank you so much for the resub, bro. One of our original founding subscribers. Going back for the 5 months, I appreciate it. I'm gonna give you a quick shout out there, dude, as well. Chef is in the chat as well, Mr.
Yeah,
Chef
he
himself.
is.
I appreciate you being here, dude, and thank you so much for hanging out with us. Um, big love to you, dude. I've seen you in Rotor's chats. So I've seen what you do, and honestly, it's a vibe. I love it. Thank you so much. And he's got his own emotes too. I love that. I love that. We'll give
Um,
I'll give that.
we have so many emotes because what we do with our bits is I always have a bit goal of something that's going to benefit the stream,
Yeah.
whether it be like a PC component or a new camera or lighting. And they've not only been a huge blessing with the subscriptions and everything, but helping us meet some of those goals. You get more emotes for bit tiers. So we have a ton of freaking emotes because of the chefs. And
Yeah.
only like Miss Chef has access to 90% of them, but they're there.
Yeah, no, that's pretty cool, dude. Like I've never thought of bit goals, to be honest. Like
Mhm.
honestly, we do have a lot of people that give a lot of bits in this channel, but I honestly never even thought of it. I should probably try doing
Yeah.
something like that. But this is the thing with me too, like all the stuff on the I have pretty much everything I need. I don't really need anything extra. Do you know what I mean? Like,
We've
because
so we've run into that. Just actually this past month, we were like, man, you guys have been awesome. I don't know of what other stream components we need at the moment. I've got a great camera, got lighting, the PC works great. So what we did, our last bit goal, I don't actually have it here, but we saved up $600 worth of bits over a couple months, and we bought a PlayStation 4 and just loaded it up with games and extra controller and stuff. And
yeah.
this weekend, we're looking for either a children's hospital or a children's home to go give that to.
Oh
So I'm
wow,
super pumped for that. I forgot about that. I'm glad you brought
dude,
up little
that's
bit
massive.
goals. And
Holy
like,
shit!
I don't know what else
But that's just a
to spend
random
it
thing
on
you
at the
wanted to
moment.
do.
Let's go do it. Let's make this happen. And all of our community was super pumped to get on board with that and super excited to go give that away.
That's fucking amazing. I honestly like. It's it's like what possesses you to think of things like this? Like, do you know what I mean? Like you just like think like, oh, all of a sudden I'm just gonna give a PS4 to this person. It's like, you know what I mean? That's kind
Mhm.
of cool. Like I
It originally started as an idea to do, hey, I'll save up these bits to do oh my goodness, what's it called? Like a giveaway,
yeah,
as in like, hey, share this um post and comment this, and I was gonna save up for a PlayStation 5
right.
to give away. And then my awesome community being just as ready to help others as we are. It's what I love them for. They're like, what if we just find a children's home to give it to charity? I was like, how did that not cross my mind? It's genius. And PlayStation 5 was the original goal, but then both the lack of availability and just this children's home doesn't need the new fancy system. I think the PlayStation 4 is just as capable as the PlayStation 5. The PlayStation 5 is just a little faster,
Yeah,
honestly. And I'd much rather give whoever we're donating to this PlayStation 4, and we like five games and a controller rather than just a PlayStation 5 with no game. And I don't know if they would be able to, get those accessories, I don't know. I just wanted to set them up well, as opposed
Yeah,
to
I
giving
understand.
them a blank slate and maybe they don't have the funds to buy games or the funds to buy the second controller. So we wanted to set them up super nice, and went the PlayStation 4 route.
Yeah, I understand that. I mean, it's the same concept. If you've ever seen, like, this is a really random left field thing. So if you've ever seen
Mhm.
like Pimp My Ride, do you know that show where they
I'm
like
familiar with the
pimp
show.
out people's cars? So basically, what they do is they
Yeah,
take like an old shitbox car and they're like build it up to something with like it has like a fish tank in it or like a TV or like something. It's just like
right.
and they give it to these people, right? And I just think to myself, like, look, it's a great TV show, great concept, but
Yep.
how's that person going to pay to maintain that car? That's my first thought is when they get
Interesting.
the car right and they have like it's got a $15,000 sound system in it and
Hmm.
it's got an old shitty engine in it. Like what I don't understand what the problem, like, wouldn't you fix the car mechanically before you start putting stuff in it that the person
There's
can't
the
afford to
mechanic
fix?
side coming
Do you know
out.
what I mean? Like that's what every time I watch the show, I'm like, you never see them do anything with the engines, right? You always see them
Interesting.
like just loaded up with TV screens or like put like an espresso machine in their car or something like that, right? But they never
Yeah.
fix the engines, right? So I'm kind of like what wouldn't you try and like make the car run better first before you start putting like superficial stuff in it that the person can't afford to fix? Like, do you know what I
That
mean?
would make way too much sense and not be near as fun to watch.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It's
It's all
it's all
cosmetic.
about the views and
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. But the thing is, right, is also I thought about this a little bit of a tangent, but when they bring the car home to wherever they live, how quickly do you reckon before it's stolen? Like, do you know like how like do you know what I mean? Like, it's
I,
I just think that a lot of people that if they can't afford to fix their car and pay their insurance and like have the car running just in general, like because they take probably
yeah.
the worst looking cars you ever seen and turn them into like masterpieces on the outside, right?
I mean, I'm super skeptical about reality television anyways.
Of
Like
course.
the whole house hunting shows and everything. They recruit someone who already has a house picked out, and then they script all the going to look at different houses, and then, oh, I'm thinking about this one, but actually go with this house. Like,
Yeah.
so much of it is scripted. My dad has actually been a part of, oh goodness, what's the show where they either build a house for them and they move the truck and then the house is there in front of them. Oh, it used to be a really big show and I can't remember what it is.
I'm
Well,
not sure.
anyways, their mission was more of like, hey, we are going to bless a random family, but still a ton of it was scripted. So I don't know where I sit on reality TV, on like Pimp My Ride, something like that, how
Yeah.
legitimate it was in the first place.
That's what I mean.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah.
Yes, Extreme
Extreme
Makeover Home
Makeover. There
Edition.
we go. Yeah,
Chef
yeah.
got it.
I just like uh it's such a nice thing to give someone something they can't have or they can't afford or they don't have the access to. But yeah, you've got to make sure that you also give them the access to fix it without having to cost them $1 million because otherwise
Yep.
it's pointless. Do you know what I mean? Like, so the
Yeah.
PS4 idea coming back is actually a really good idea because I mean PS4 like components are actually not too expensive. PS4s, like, you can literally
Mhm.
just go, here's PS4, here's all the games you need, here's the controller, hook it up with these cables and TV's here, let's go. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's
Yeah.
easy enough to do. Like, so that's a really good idea. As like I was giving you props for that because I was just saying in general, like, other things might not be as helpful to people that don't have any money.
Sure.
So what I did here, like when I do giveaways and stuff, I tend to, instead of giving people like cash or anything like that, I give them gift cards. So we'll do gift cards, like
Nice.
Amazon gift cards, that kind of stuff. Because Amazon,
Yeah.
obviously, like it's in every single country. So like there's
I didn't think about that. Yeah.
yeah, there's an Amazon for every single country, and like instead of giving someone money in PayPal and they just keep it or whatever, what I do is I'll give them an Amazon gift card after they tell me what they're going to buy with it. Do you know what I mean? So like, say I give someone $100 Amazon gift card, I say, all right, well, what do you need it for? Like, what are you going to use it for? Like, tell me, I'm going to help you find what you need. So the person will be like, okay, in relation to that, like Rad the other day, she needed a new webcam for her stream. So I bought her a new webcam through Amazon, and and now she has it for her stream. Mando needed a new microphone, so we got him a new microphone. So
sick.
like that kind of stuff, like, and it was just, and all it was is like, because I've done a lot of 24-hour streams. We do a lot of giveaways during those 24-hour streams and trying to give back to people. So it's like, yeah, it's just a random thing, like, you know, with point systems and stuff. And I just want people to like buy stuff they need, not the stuff that they're not going to use. So like, you know how you give someone a gift card, right? You know this. If you get a gift card for Christmas, how long does it take you to get to the store to buy something with that gift card? Like, you probably forget about it, right?
Yeah, makes sense.
It'll be like a year later. It'll like, you'll be like, oh shit, like I forgot to buy something with that gift card from last year. Like, you know what I mean? So I'd rather go through and make the effort to like talk to that person, whether through Discord or whatever. We'll have a chat, and then I'll figure out exactly what they need so we can go and get it for them.
Sure. Yeah, that's pretty cool, dude.
Yeah,
that's a unique idea.
Yeah,
I can't say cool. I won't steal that at some point in the future.
No. By all means. Like, because it's just as like I was just thinking like, what is unique to each country, but we can use across the board, because obviously Australia is very separate to the rest of the world. We're sort of like in the middle of nowhere. But a lot of the shops and stores and online stuff that we have here, the US don't have, and vice versa. And I have a lot of viewers in Europe and the US, so I want to make sure that everyone's covered.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even think about it. So, like you said, you're doing a charity stream today. If you're ever wanting to do one in the future, and you like the one we're doing, I can very easily give you the overlay link to the tracker and everything.
Yeah, that'd be great.
And the link to the donation. So if you ever want to partner up for one, just hit me up. I'd be super happy to do that. And there's ways to put it on screen where people are seeing it and everything. Not quite to the extent I can't give you like access to my alerts and everything, of course, but just throwing that out there, no pressure whatsoever.
No. I mean, look, I want to be able to do this at least once a month. Like, I won't obviously be like doing what you do with when you subs every day, you're giving to the charity. Like, for me,
I had so many PayPal emails.
I know. Like, I mean, it seems like a lot of organization. Like, even just getting this done today, it took me hours. I was just like running so late because I was trying to get everything sorted. I don't know how you do it, man. Props to you, bro. Like, honestly. I appreciate what you're doing, but at the same time, for me, like it's I think the community we have is a little bit different to yours, but at the same time, they are giving. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's like, I would like to do once a month at least, where we just do like either a 12-hour or something along the lines of that, where we actually give to some sort of charity or something we believe in for that month.
Nice.
That'd be really cool. And then at least one of those times, I'm definitely going to hit you up and we're going to do it together.
Yeah, like I said, I'm going to mention it now, and I'm never going to mention it again. It'll be you coming to me saying like, hey, I like what you're doing specifically this month. Yeah. Get me in on it, so.
Exactly. And like, pretty much in your stream every single time you go live, just like, if I'm not chatting, I'm lurking, but I literally just wanted to see like how it goes, what you do, like that kind of stuff, because it's given me a lot of things to think about as well when it comes to this stream. So I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Ronan. He's still talking. Ronan just loves to talk. He just continues to chat. I love it. Brady, how are you, mate, today? Good to see you. Pharaoh, as always, mate, as always. We're going to do a chat with Pharaoh later. Pharaoh is is a UK streamer. He's also a big mental health advocate. So we're going to have a big chat to him later as well. We're also going to have a group chat in about 40 minutes time. Where we're going to have me and 3 other community members. We're all going to sit around, because all of those 3 people are all big advocates for mental health as well. And we're all going to have a big chat about like how important it is to have awareness on the situation at hand, like when it comes to, just making people feel special, like making people feel better about themselves, and the way a community can help with that. That's the way we're going to do it today. It's going to be one of those days where it's just kind of like, there might be a lot of feels in the chat today. There's going to be a lot of good times. Might be a couple of sad times, but it's all very important.
It's all part of the conversation.
Exactly, and it's just one of those things where I just really want to make sure that everyone understands how important that is, because it's not a lot of things, like people don't want to talk about it a lot. Like it's uncomfortable to talk about for some people. For other people, it's something they want to avoid because they've been
Mm,
trying to avoid it because they're scared of it, or whether they're you know upset about it, or you know what I mean. Like it's sort of
sure.
like it's a hard thing for people to talk about. Not everyone wants to talk about it. Like I was like that for a long time. Like I literally didn't want to say anything about anything to anyone. Like I was like, no, it's my problem. Leave me alone. I don't want to do it. I don't want to deal with it. That kind of stuff. But it just gets worse, and then you end up reaching out to someone, and sometimes it's too late. So this kind of
Gotcha.
this kind of situation where we have the power to have all these people and come in and chat to each other and give good vibes, it's fucking
Heck yeah.
really cool. It's really cool.
Absolutely.
I love it. Yeah, Toko is one of those people too. Like always giving love in the chat. Always. No worries, Brady. We'll see you later. That's so good. Oh, we're talking about Florida. What's going on
I don't know
here?
where Florida came from. I missed that, but whatever.
That's all good. Yeah, can we get some love in this chat right now, guys? If you've got any love emotes, anything you want to post up, any little tidbits, put them in the chat right now. Shower this chat with love right now. Every single love emote you have, put it in the chat for me. I want to see all of them. Let's give Rhoda some love here as well.
Let's see, what have I got? There's there's so many like different ones to go through.
Toko's got good vibes. I like it. I like it. Britt always with the love. Always with the love. Everyone's copying and pasting them right now. Watch.
Oh, 8-bit drummer's got a few. My buddy TT Ender's got one. Oh, we're gonna find all of them.
Pharaoh love. Look at that. That's fucking awesome. Rav actual love. I love it. I love it. There's so many good ones too.
It really
Oh,
is.
is that Tika's emote as well, Britt? Oh, it is too. I love that one. That's cool. And Jess. I can't see emotes, so it's gonna look like I'm having a stroke. Yeah, there's it's got on a mobile device, I think.
Oh, you can't see emotes on
I
mobile?
think there's something wrong with his phone or something. We had this conversation
Bummer.
before.
Gotcha.
And Light and Carrie, much love. I like that. Tika has so many, really. Oh, yeah, she would. She has like 100 emotes or something. It's crazy.
100 emotes?
Yeah, it's insane.
Well, I
how
guess
many she
yeah. If I
has.
look through 8-bit drummers, he has a freaking ton.
Yeah, exactly. Tweeted to me the other day, Ronan, need a Twitch update. Yeah, there you go. There you go. We've just had a follow as well from Tender. Thank you so much for that.
That's my
I
buddy.
appreciate it.
He's the one that originally helped me out getting streaming set up, and he's a VTuber. So he has this whole animation and everything that tracks his face, tracks his what when he's talking and everything. Pretty freaking
Really?
cool. He is a trophy hunter. That's the word I'm looking for. So
Right.
as in where you have me that like might play 2 or 3 games throughout the entire year, he is platinum games and immediately moving on to the next game and platinum another one. Tanner, how many platinums do you have right now? He just did a monumental one and finished Fortnite, which is an insane time commitment because
Wow.
Fortnite is just not just a battle royale; it's also the zombies, like
Yeah,
survival
arenas
aspect.
as
That was the
well.
original part of the game. Yeah.
Yeah,
So he's
yeah.
at 407 platinums.
Oh my
It's insane.
god.
You should. I walked into his room one time because we were in pilot training together at one point, and his collection of games, just his massive wall, because he loves collecting them too, like the physical copies, like the collector's editions, all that stuff. It's absolutely like just incredible. It's his hobby. It's what he loves
Wow.
doing. It's just like next
Dude,
level. It's
that's
funny
that's
how
commitment. That's
yeah, it's
commitment.
crazy how different of gamers you can have.
Mm.
Some people wouldn't even call me a gamer because I play Call of Duty and a couple other games. So like you're not a gamer
Yeah.
unless you know this game, obscure game or something. But
Oh wow, that's
oh
insane.
yeah, and so a weird thing about trophy hunting is when you have games in different regions, sometimes they have trophies for the different regions. So he'll buy 7 versions of Final Fantasy to platinum each and every single one from the different regions.
Yeah, wow.
Absolutely insane.
That's actually, yeah, dude, that's a lot of commitment. That is a lot of game time. Like, wow. That's insane. Toko, thank you so much for the 100 biddies as well. I appreciate that. 100 biddies of love. Let's go.
Wait, what clip is that?
It was a clip of Toko. So basically, what I've got set up on my stream is every time someone gets a shout out, it grabs a random clip from their channel and plays it on the
What?
screen. Yeah, so I'll send you the link so you can set it up. It's pretty cool.
I think I've seen it before. I didn't realize that's what was happening though. I was probably lurking
Yeah.
at the time and I saw it pop up.
Yeah, look, I'll show you right now. Look, I'll grab you. So it only shows 15 seconds though. So I didn't want it to go too long. So sometimes some clips are like 30 seconds long. It's kind of a little bit long when you're in the middle of a game or something. So
Yeah.
this is the one. So I'll do you a shout out. You can see which clip comes up.
Oh goodness, I'm nervous. Oh. Oh, what is this?
Do you know what I mean? It's just like it's so random. So no one knows where that's from. It's just like
No. So there's a kill plating up, and
yeah, that's it. But it's
What
just
a
super
play.
random. I know it's always, the funniest part about it is every time I do it, it's always a clip that I didn't want anyone to see. Like it's one of those clips that it's just like, oh my god, someone clipped that. Like,
Absolutely.
do you know what I mean? It's like I can't believe someone actually clipped that. It's sometimes it's like, oh please God no.
Man.
Liz is in the chat. Liz is one of the people that's going to come in with us in the next half hour to do our group chat. So Liz is
Very cool.
Liz is training to be a psychologist. So and she's a big advocate
Good
for
person
mental
having
health.
that group chat then.
Yeah. So she's we've had her on the podcast before. We had an hour and a half conversation about everything to do with her careers and her mental health and the ways we can talk about it. So it's very, very, very awesome thing. That's on the YouTube page if anyone wanted to check it out. YouTube is in the link there. But yeah, it's one of those things like I've only recently gotten into YouTube. I always plan on doing a YouTube, but I never really thought about it much. But since we've been doing the podcast, it's actually super important now, like with clips and stuff. Like, I put in a lot of game clips like Warzone and Minecraft and stuff, but for the podcast, especially getting more people to watch it, more people to like engage with it, it's really cool. Like, so it's working really well. I'm really enjoying it. So we've got a few subs over there.
I guess
now.
YouTube is where I watched the couple that have been on your channel because normally I can't catch them live.
That's what I mean. So not everyone has.
Fair enough.
Not everyone can be here because I mean, when I do it, it's like 2 or 3 a.m. in the morning for you. So it's a little bit tough. But that's why I'm thinking about what I'll be doing in the future is instead of doing. So we'll do the Thursday nights. So where we can cover people from the UK, we can cover people from Australia, but then for the people in America, which is like a lot of my viewers, we might just do the Saturday. So
I appreciate that so much, making that work today.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of people that want to do it from the US, and I would like to get them all on. So I think from now on we might do 2 sets of the podcast. So we'll do 2 interviews on the Thursday, and maybe 2 on the Saturday during the day. So and that'll be your Friday night. So I think that'll work really well.
Yeah. Yep, absolutely. Because it's I'm on the West Coast, so I'm the earliest time of the US. It's 10 p.m. right now, which was totally doable starting at 8:30.
Yeah, 100%. So that's what I mean. So it's a vibe. It's good. It's gonna work. You know when you go through your channel and you're like, I've got so many plans and I've done none of them. like I think of things on the fly, and I'm like after this stream, I'll like be like, wait,
Dude, you gotta have a list.
Idea.
You literally need a post-it note.
Yeah. I got a pen and paper. Just write things down.
I'm like, that's a great idea, and I'll forget. But if I write it down, I have a list of what I can work on before the next stream, and that's been super helpful for me, at least, with that exact problem.
Yeah, and that's why the Discord's so important. Like, that's why.
Yeah.
So the Discord is where I like literally write my thoughts down. Basically, everyone just kind of like post all the ideas that I talk about on stream into the Discord for me, and that way it's sort of like a note-taking system. It works really well. It works really well. What are we doing here, Ronan? Sorry? You're yelling at me. I don't understand why though.
I remember my stream idea.
What is it? What is it? Tell me.
Now we're intrigued. My interest is piqued.
Beach Friday in the chat as well. Beach Friday is a big support streamer. He's one of the really like the good ones. He's our Canadian friend. He's a vibe. He's always just, it's the funniest thing about his streams, right? Is that he plays Warzone with his mates, but most of the time he's just like dancing around and talking to chat. So like he does not like play the game much. It's kind of like, it's one of those things like if you want cracked gameplay, you don't go to Beach Friday stream. But if you want like a really good time, that's where you gotta hang out. Like he's just got he's got such great energy. Like he could literally do like 10 hours, man. He'll do 10 hours a day or something, right? Where he's just talking,
just like full blown energy the entire time.
And he's like dancing and he's like throwing himself around the room and like, you know, and then eventually you'd be like, oh, we're playing Warzone, and you'd be like AFK for like 10 minutes, still not die. Like it's just stuff like that. Like he doesn't. The game is secondary to the vibes. Like,
that's so funny.
A lot of people like, you know, you'll watch Warzone streamers, and people don't watch Warzone streamers to like, you know, chat to them. They watch them to watch them play the game, right?
Right.
But then like people go into his stream who aren't even Warzone fans, they just go in there to talk to him, like because it's the opposite. It like makes so much sense though. Like it's so funny.
Yeah, that's the reason why a lot of people come to Twitch is for the interaction, for the friendships, for you know meeting new people.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even watch anything else. Like I don't watch Netflix. I don't watch YouTube. I don't like obviously I watch YouTube like when I'm editing stuff, but that's about it. Like for me, it's all Twitch because it's so well interaction. Like you need that in your life. You need that community in your life and that interaction. And I can go into any of my community members' chats and be like, hello. And I get an instantly nice reaction every time. And it's like, so no matter if I'm having a bad day, all I have to do is turn my computer on. That's it. All I have to do is turn my computer on, go into someone's chat and say hello, and I feel better instantly. Like, or I just need to go live. And then when I go live, I get all these lovely people coming in and say hello. Like, it's so nice. Now you do the same thing, right? Cool. Like, it's the same thing for you. It's so nice.
Absolutely.
I'm super intrigued to try these chef creations. I honestly like. I know I'm not going to be able to have them because obviously I'm in Australia. It's a little bit far. But
that's right.
I would love to try them. Like, oh my god.
No.
Or even like
it is within the US.
Do you know what I mean? Like it's just. It's crazy. Like I always see you talking about it and like showing it. I'm like, I want that.
Didn't even crossed my mind.
That's so good. Another quick question I want to ask you, like, with the Warzone thing, like, how did you get into playing that game? Like, was it always like a game you used to play as a kid, or was it like just the competitiveness of the way it is, or what drove you to play that?
When I play games, I don't enjoy single player games. I've played some phenomenal, like I love Star Wars, and I played their one of their most recent like story based single player games, and I can't get into it. I thrive on multiplayer in the competition.
Yeah, I get you.
And being able to play with my buddies. Like if I don't have a buddy on, I'm probably not playing.
Me neither.
I rely on that interaction and just those friendships, because that's what makes that fun for me. Is not only being competitive, but also my buddies that are on.
Yeah, I get you.
Call of Duty has been just probably my main game for forever, just because it's the most popular game. More people play it, and it's always had great multiplayer. I enjoy the first-person shooter style. I enjoy the games themselves. Yeah, they've had some duds, but that's okay. We've launched on when Fortnite Battle Royale first came out. We were playing that. Apex, we were huge on Apex for the first 2 seasons. Grinded the Predator, and then haven't touched it since. And so we just started this week again. But Call of Duty's definitely been the main game. I think Call of Duty 4 was probably the first one I played online.
Okay.
And got pretty hooked. I absolutely love it.
No, it's really the competitive aspect of it is what drew me in as well. Like it's like I used to play it like back in the day. Like Modern Warfare 2 was the first one I played.
Nice,
which was
good game.
Yeah, it's one of the greatest games I've ever played, to be honest. Like when the multiplayer for that game, even the campaign, the campaign story was really, really good.
One of the best.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why they keep bringing it back. Like that's why they keep rehashing it over and over again because they want everyone to appreciate how good that was.
Yeah.
But also the multiplayer was the most fun you could have on a console. Like it was just like
Easily.
you literally. I used to have a group of my mates from work. Used to be like 10 of us or whatever, and we used to all go into like multiplayer and play as a like a clan faction, and
Yeah.
our clan was called BAM, so BAM. Because
Okay.
do you remember? I don't know whether you get the same ads in the US. You know, BAM cleaning products.
N- I can't say I've seen them.
So the advert was BAM and the dirt is gone.
Uh,
So we used to have BAM as our clan tag.
like it.
And in our death comms, we always be like, and the dirt is gone. Like, so it was always like one of those really silly things. We just used to like make fun of it and stuff and do silly things like that.
Yeah, I can't express enough how much I love funny or even like sarcastically uplifting or truly uplifting comments in like death comms and stuff instead of like the normal raging. I think it's so darn funny.
Yeah, exactly.
The dirt is gone at the end of the game.
Just being silly
Like,
about
yeah,
it.
it's a little bit jabby, but it's not nothing like toxic.
No, it's just you know, I don't know whether you've ever played on OCE servers, but Australians can get pretty toxic pretty quick, and there's a lot of like, I mean, look, it's in the culture really. Like we all
It is.
talk a lot of smack to each other, and there's a lot of swearing and there's a lot of chaos. And it's like, but the thing is with Australians is they don't really care about it much. Like you could say the worst thing you can possibly say to an Australian, and they'd probably just laugh and walk away. Like there's no like offending people really, like in that regard. So when I get called certain things in death comms, I just kind of laugh, like and then like but I dish it back just as well as I get it. Like sometimes it's just, you know, as you know, with the game, being someone who is a competitive gamer or someone who really wants to win, it is pretty hectic. Like it can be pretty toxic pretty quick sometimes. But like you said with the Deathcom thing on Wednesdays, that sounds like such a fun thing. Like
It's a constant struggle to work with my buddies to make it happen, but it's funny when they do. It's amazing how gaming and the competitiveness of it affects different people. Like just how intense they get, how it can affect their emotions. It's just wild. Ooh.
Is that Laura? Laura, Laura is doing a 12-hour stream 24-hour stream right now, and has just decided to come in here and do that. What are you doing, Laura? Go back to your stream. She's on a break. That's why I appreciate it. Thank you so much. That's if we got 5 gifteds there and we've got 1 before that, so that's 6 already. So I'm tallying it as we go, and I'm gonna times it up when we're done. And then we're going to gift it all back. So that's
Very
6.
nice.
That's 6. Hey, 7. Let's go, Rotor. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. You're a beast, dude.
Yeah, it just popped up, resubscribe, and I went, yes.
Yes. No worries,
I
no
get
worries.
a discount for multiple months?
Yes. I love that. Thank you, dude. I haven't got alerts turned on right now because I want to make sure we get this conversation in like without the alerts. Because when the alerts go off, I cannot hear anything. So like,
Dude, I just made a mistake of my stream is live.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden one alert went off, and for one, it kind of startled me because I'm so focused on yours. I didn't expect things to go off in my head all of a sudden. So
Exactly.
and then the lights go off in the background. I was like, "What's happening?" Oh yeah. I'm live.
Well, we'll give Laura a shout out as well. Laura, if you're in still, I think you'll probably go back to your stream now, but I appreciate you coming in. And if you guys are interested in heading over to Laura's stream, she is doing a 24-hour subathon. She started doing a 12-hour subathon. As soon as she logged on, we all went in and we gifted 55 subscriptions. And now she's doing 24 hours regardless. So it's now a 24-hour stream. Because she's had enough gifteds to get her this within the first 20 minutes. So she's like, I think she's nearly 12 hours in now, so she's having fun. So as soon as she went, because I was on live last night just hanging out. I was just chatting for a while. I played Apex for the first time last night. I'd never played it before. Within four games, I got my first battle royale win, so I was pretty excited about that. And then I won in a couple of arena games, and I was vibing. Like, it was a good game. Like, I had a good time. The thing for me was though, like, is the hardest part for me, I think, was the mags are so short, and the damage is so high. That's what I was like. Obviously, your fire to death rate is so like long in comparison to Warzone, because I've always, you know me, I always play Rebirth. Like, I'm a Rebirth player always. Like, I've been playing that for 6-7 months now.
3 people in one clip.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But now, the clips are so small, but the damage is so high. So it's like, I have an SMG with 18 bullets and I can't even break someone. It's like crazy. I'm like, so I have to keep trying to come around the wall and like recharge my shield and then reload my gun, and all the fights go forever. Do you know what I mean? Like,
you gotta find the mags. Those are super important. Your gun choice. You can one clip people if you have a big enough mag and you hit all the shots. But it's difficult. The fights are longer. You've got to play position, and
they've all got like some sort of like special ability or something like that. Like, it's a lot more to it. But I really wasn't.
Ones are so important in the game.
Yeah, I was enjoying it though.
Like, it's
really good.
different. It's fun. Just the gameplay is unique. The movement's pretty cool. I'm a Pathfinder main, so I run the grapple all the time. And, Spider-Maning all over the place.
I was running whatever the first one is, the healer. I can't remember the name, but
Lifeline.
I was running Lifeline for a bit, and then I ran the one who, like, the person who phases in and out.
Wraith. She's really good.
That character actually was really good for me. I really enjoyed that. Because it helped me get position on people. Like, so basically what it was is
out of scenarios.
Exactly. Yeah. It's an easy way to get cover when you're low, but it's also a really good way to like sneak back up and rush a team. So that's sort of the way. And you know me, if you've ever watched me play Rebirth, I literally run at people. Like, I run into bullets. That's how fast I run at people. Like, I have no chill when it comes to Warzone. I just want every kill for everything. Like, I was just like, keep pushing everyone. Like, we like the other night we were playing, and it was how many we got 11 wins on Thursday night. Me and the boys.
Goodness.
We had like a 2 KD lobby average. Like, it was like, it was insane, dude. But I tell you what, we had so much fun. Like, because I was just playing with my regular crew of dudes that I play with, and so like, but their KDs are so high, we get the most ridiculous lobbies. Do you know what I mean? Like, my KD's only like a 1.4, and theirs is like 4.5, 5. Like, they've got huge KDs. Like. Yeah, exactly. Toko knows who I'm talking about. Big Rav. There's emotes right there. Rav has a 4.5 KD. He's an insane person. Insane. They're dropping like 20 kills a game, man. It is actually like, dude, Mastro, one of the guys we play with, Mastro's at a 5.15 KD, right? He dropped 31 kills in a Rebirth game. 31 in a quads Rebirth game. He dropped 31 kills. I honestly have never seen it. It's insane. Like, and I was there to witness it because I was on the team. I was just like, can I have one? Like, he's just, I was trying to find someone. He's just like, killed 1, 2, 3. The fourth one's here. I'm going to let them rebirth. Like, you just like farm teams. Like, it's just like, yeah. He would.
Wow.
That takes a skill right there. Like, if we get the right lobby, really,
like next level.
Yeah. He'll kill 3 of them and let 1 res, and then like see if the rest come in, and then he'll farm them as they drop. Like, he's one of those. He's just a next level player. I think how many wins does he have now, Toko? Do you know? It must be 1,500 plus. Like, it's crazy. Like, I only have I hit 310 I think yesterday. But that's like not even close to as many as he has. Yeah, 1,500 wins in Rebirth.
1,500 wins.
yeah, dude. That's insane. If you like, I honestly, like, it's like watching. I don't understand it. Like it's different. It's different. Like he plays different. There's no way I can even try and like copy that. Do you know what I mean?
No, no.
Like I'm look.
That's why
Don't get me wrong. I'm proud of the fact that I have 310 wins, but it's not 1,500. Like it looks nothing in comparison.
That's why you gotta find your own place. What are you good at? If you're not, top tier gamer, that doesn't mean you don't have a place on Twitch. That doesn't mean you don't have something to give back and to entertain and everyone has their own little thing. Some people are top tier players. That's not me, and probably not you either. We have different skills.
It just means that people come to you, watch you for different reasons. So like, if you are not the best at the game, but you still get a certain amount of viewers in, it's because you've got some other quality that people enjoy. So like whether it be comedic value, whether it be educational value, entertainment value, whatever it is, personality wise, if people like to watch you and they come to watch you for that, not for your gameplay. So like that's why I think for me, I can play any game and people come in and watch. Like I can just sit here and talk for like ever and people come and watch. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter what I'm doing. Like, but the community just comes and watches anyway because they want to like hang out. So that's the glory of it. So I like that because like it doesn't mean I don't have to sweat out too much in games because I know that if I do and I get upset or frustrated with it, it's not good. It's not good viewing. So
yeah, absolutely.
But the vibes
Chef's giving you guys a good showing of our stream lighting, chat controlled lighting.
I can see, yeah. That's so cool. Are you? What is that for? Like, is it every time you get a sub or something?
So there's different animations for subs, bits, follows. Anyone can come in the chat and type in like the command red or green, and it changes the full stream color. It changes the keyboard in front of me. It changes all my Corsair components and everything. So there's those two. And then for subscribers, I have all the animated commands. Like you can type in the command America and it does the red, white, and blue. Or he just typed in the command blue line. It does the police looking.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Police looking lights. Yeah. So lots of really cool stuff. I love incorporating it.
I've never seen that.
Yeah, it's just like another way for, people to be a part of it.
Yeah.
I see your part of the stream, interact on the stream.
I see your PC behind you there. Can you give us a little bit of info on your PC? What are the specs on that thing? It looks like a beast.
So TT Ender, he said tell him what I did day one. So backing up to the lights. The first day I incorporated, I was so excited, like, hey guys, do red, green, blue. You can actually change the lights behind me and everything. He does like brown and black, and I had to go and make all these custom ones to actually have those commands. I was like, are you serious? I have to come up with this cool idea, and you immediately try to exploit it and find the holes in it, but whatever. The PC, though, is a Corsair PC. I loved the IQ program, how all the components work together.
I had the same thing.
I'm not an expert. I know enough to get by. And I did a lot of research. TT Ender's also one that helped me guide where I wanted to buy from. He's super knowledgeable about computers. He's built his own several times, built some for other people. And finding this PC, it's a pre-built PC. And he's like, dude, Corsair actually makes most of their components. This is some good bang for your buck. Like it's not much more expensive than building it yourself. Yeah. And I'm okay with I have no problem with pre-builds because I'm not going to take that time to learn all of it if it's not really a passion of mine. And if I can find how much you can build it for, then it's been phenomenal. I actually absolutely love the thing.
No, I did the same with mine. So like I basically, for me, I'm not a computer whiz, but I know what components I wanted. So for me, it was I selected all the components that I wanted myself, and then they built it for me. You know what I mean? So like I told a company I want this, and this, and this. This is what I'm using it for. This is what I want this for. And then basically they said, all right, and they assembled it for me and sent it to me. So I'm honestly I'm not computer illiterate, but I'm also not a whiz when it comes to technical stuff like that, so but I was really happy with the way it turned out. It's like one of the most expensive purchases I've ever made, but one of the most beneficial.
Every day. And yeah, it's been a great purchase. I agree.
100%. The link isn't come up obviously because we don't do links in the chat. But if you could DM it to me.
My bad.
No, that's all good.
Yeah.
Because it just gets too many bots. If you can DM it to me,
Fair enough.
I will. I'll post it for you. Because I don't think we have a moderator in the chat right now, but I can do that for you. It's funny how like I don't know how many mods we have. There's a lot. Like I think we have like 8 or 9. There's not one person here. Like it always happens like that. I like it. It's funny.
That's
like,
funny.
This is what it is. Anyway, dude, it's been like a fucking vibe. It's been an absolute special time to be here chatting with you. I really appreciate you coming on and doing this with me. I really appreciate the chat. We've been planning to do this for a while, and it's one of those things where I was like, I always like thought you'd be really good for an interview because you just you articulate yourself really well when you're on stream, and
I try.
no, but you know what I mean. Like
sometimes.
some people stumble with themselves and they can't, get the words out and stuff like that. But I'm telling you right now, like a lot more people are going to come and watch you because the way you give off that energy. You know what I mean? Like you give off really positive energy all the time. You're always talking up, not down, and you're always like really easy to get along with. So I really appreciate you having my community in your stream, and I've seen a lot of them that stay there. Like I see a lot of them come back every day, and a lot of them come in and chat to you, and that's like really cool because I always read the chats back and see who went in, so I know who's gone and who hasn't, and like a lot of our community is actually making an effort to go over and watch you because that's it. It's so cool. Like I'll always continue to support what you're doing, man, because I really think it's important. It really is. So
that's awesome, man.
Thanks for being on, bro. I appreciate it. I'm gonna.
Dude, it's been a pleasure.
We will clip it to YouTube. I'll send you the link and hopefully it comes out all right.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we're gonna continue with our charity stream, with our chats, with our community, and dude, thank you so much,
Have an awesome
Rotorcraft.
time with your group chat.
We will, man.
Future interview. I'll make sure to be lurking during my games.
Yeah,
doing midst of my games and everything. So
we're going to be up for another 10 hours.
I'm excited to. Oh my goodness!
Yeah. So we're doing 12 hours. So we're gonna be.
You're insane.
Another 10 hours to go, and but you know what? It's all for a good cause. So that's all that matters.
Absolutely.
Right. I appreciate the chats, man. I'll talk to you soon.
Yep. See ya.
Much love. What a guy.